Hey, so I've been reading this book called Atomic Habits. It's a really popular book, but I just never took the time to read it because it's kind of long, so I just picked it up and started reading it. Anyways, yesterday I came across this story in the book, and it's about the British cycling team a few years ago. And I mean, because they were terrible. They were losing every competition, they weren't getting any medals or nothing. So they hired this new coach. His name was Brailsford, and he had this philosophy on teaching called the Aggregation of Marginal Gains. And his idea is, like in the story, he sums it up as if you took apart a bike and you made every single component 1% better and then put it back together, you would have a bike that was far, far better than it was before, just by changing every little individual component by 1%. So what he started to do is he started to do this with how he trained the team. He would change things like the pillows they slept on so they would get better rest, the seats so they would be more comfortable. They invested a lot of money and research into the best massage gels to see what would lead to faster muscle recovery times. And I mean, even they painted the inside of their truck that carried the bikes white so they could better detect dirt that would get on their bikes and cause failure. And the crazy thing is, once he started doing this, the team actually started winning a lot. They won over 100, I think it was like 70 something gold medals, Olympic gold medals. And it was a very simple philosophy that I think applies to life, where we try to focus on these very large goals, like do this, like get in shape or whatever it may be, but really ultimately you're trying to create, and this point in telling the story is that what you want to do is create very small habits that by themselves seem meaningless, that when put together they actually create a very powerful change. And I thought that was very interesting. I've never really heard that idea before. So, it's a very good book. I recommend it to anybody. I'll catch you tomorrow.